All right, thanks for joining the Pick Six Podcast, Eli Manning. You don't really need an introduction at this point. You're like you and Peyton have you're not like what do you guys call it? Would you like with the Manning cast and like because you're not like the host of like you're not the announcers, but you're the like what does your new business card say now that you're doing this stuff?
I just make fun of Peyton. I think I'm a make fun Peyton guy, and talk a little football. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, host. I think we're host.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
It's funny. Like I have my younger brother's 3 years younger than me, and so like I don't think that people if you don't have a younger brother like that age and like that in that proximity from an age range, I don't think people understand that like when you guys are like you guys have spent the past 30 to 40 years like doing this, and it does just come out naturally, right?
Right. Yeah. I think that was the idea. Just, how it has started, just what it'd be like to sit there and watch a game with us. And this is, we've done it like growing up. This is us. Either we used to go to Saints games if they had home games, but we were just sitting around, you're watching Sunday night football, Monday night football, watching games together, going outside, playing a little pickup game during halftime and then like back in to watch it. And you learn the game. And then as we got into playing sports and, we were together, kind of during seasons we weren't in Super Bowls or playoffs. We might get together and watch games, and we're just analyzing things. We're talking about unique things we might see. So we're basically bringing that same idea to TV.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys, because you guys are very prominent figures in the football world, and you've always, been, stoic on the field. You handle your business. I don't know that. I mean, some of the people who watch football very closely, or people who watch Saturday Night Live, I guess, might know that you guys are funnier. Like, is it not like are you guys like cut it loose personality wise? Not to mention your guests.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the idea. I think when you're playing football a little bit, to the media, you're talking about such a serious thing. Like every week you're talking about, well, what you did the previous week and what you got to do this week and how that game went. So there's not a whole lot of, time to be, too silly or relaxed. Like it's and you don't want people to, maybe dive into what you're doing outside of football. You just want people to think that's all you do is football, which is not too far off while you're playing. But I think it's a nice feeling when you're done playing. It's like I don't have to worry about someone thinking I'm not doing my job well or not preparing. You can be a little bit more relaxed, and we obviously prepare and study for the X's and O's part of the games. But it's also just let your natural personality come out, talk about whatever you're seeing or whatever's happening, and don't be. It's also nice knowing that you have someone, you have like your brother, or you can make fun of them about something, and they're not gonna like be sensitive about it. They're not gonna get on you or be like upset about it and like call you and say, "Hey, you shouldn't have said that. I'm really mad at you." Like if he did that, that would even be more material for me to bring to the show.
Yeah, like if he called you and said, "Hey, that's the 17th time you made fun of my forehead. I need you to just please stop." You'd be like, "Listen, I'm going to rip you on the show for that." And the personality thing is tough too in New York, because we've seen like if you want to be like flashy and fancy in New York, you really like it's got major potential to backfire. Speaking of New York, I'm not sure if you managed to peek out your window at any point last night, or I don't know if the Empire State Building is a tall building.
Yes.
Did you happen to see what color the Empire State Building is?
I did. That was tough to see. I'm all for sportsmanship, all for congratulating, a team and they do well, or being, happy for a guy, but to kind of go like above and beyond out of your way to congratulate a rival like the New York, Philadelphia, the Giants, Eagles. It's like such a rival that it was tough to see. I can understand why so many New Yorkers are a little upset about this.
I don't know about a little, man. I haven't seen like that was like the backlash of that was like the New York Sanitation Department was like basically like pretend it's for us. We're gonna throw the Eagles out in the trash like we do every week. I mean, and that I live in North Carolina, so it's we like if NC State lit the bell tower light blue for Carolina winning a national championship,
it wouldn't go well.
We would burn it down.
Yeah.
We would riot.
Yeah.
So these quarterbacks that were in the Final Four. Then you still have a few on we had Trevor Lawrence that was there too. Like you and Peyton know these guys so well, like almost all of them, because of the Manning Passing Academy and everybody coming up through there. Where do you think the state of quarterbacking is? Like, do you feel like we're headed into, like you retired, your brother retired, Ben retired, Phillips out. I mean, Tom and Aaron are on the fringe there. And so like we're losing a lot of really, really good Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Do you feel like we've got enough in the chamber, so to speak, that it's gonna be fine?
No, I think the quarterback position is really strong right now. You look at Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's the old vet at this point. I mean, he's all he does is go to AFC Championship games and go to Super Bowls. But then you throw in Burrow and all these guys, Jalen Hurts, the way he's playing this year. Josh Allen. There's so many top quarterbacks playing at extremely high levels across the league, and some young guys coming up that are in their second, third year that are just getting started, and that will start making that transition and getting to where they're playing, making playoffs and winning playoffs games. So I think football is in great shape. I think the quarterback position, so many guys playing at a high level and playing with different styles, being able to run the ball, throw the ball accurately, make the big plays. It's really good right now.
One of those younger guys too that kind of came into his own a little bit this year, Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Former, Duke guy, so he's smart at the very least. You obviously, there's some connections there. You spent a little time at Duke. The Mannings have all hung out at Duke at some various point in the past couple of years for Cutcliffe reasons. Where do you think the Giants are at right now? Like, you're losing the playoffs, ugly loss to the Eagles. But like I sort of look at it as kind of, I've been saying it's like the 2017 Bills when Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane came in there and they lost in the playoffs and it wasn't particularly close, but you see the foundation being put in place. I mean, don't you look at this Giants team and think it's set up very well for the future, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a great start and feel like you have a great foundation, like you said, in place. And to make the playoffs, to win a playoff game is huge, but you also go against a really good Philadelphia team who's playing in a Super Bowl, and you realize, hey, well, we're not where we need to be, and we were, probably outmatched in this. So you got to add some players. You got, kind of find that mix of signing the guys that you want to be your base, team that have done well, that can continue to grow and make strides, but and keep them, re-sign them, and then you got to go out there and do well in the draft, do well in free agency, and get some key guys that can come in and make an immediate impact on the team. So I think Joe Shane, Daboll will do a great job of doing that, working through that, and continue to grow this team.
All right, the Super Bowl, you played in two of them, you won two of them. I actually was there I was there for your second one. Would you take the Manningham throw? What would you take, Tyree throw or the Manningham throw?
Yeah, hey, they're both my babies. So you don't mess with them. Both Super Bowls were great. I think the Manningham throw is a little like a better throw. Like that's kind of how you think of football. Like, hey, drop back, throw a go route, put it in a good spot, and a great unbelievable catch by him, getting hit on the outside shoulder.
Yeah.
The Tyree play was just kind of a ugly looking bad play. Just kind of turned out really good by David Tyree. Just a great, unbelievable effort, kind of a willpower to hold on to that ball.
I was thinking about it as the Tyree's the better play, the Manningham is the better throw, and just in the sense of like, both won Super Bowls. So who cares?
I hear you.
But so you understand the routine of the Super Bowl. You understand how it's a different type of game day environment. It starts much later than a normal football game. People are used to it, even in the playoffs, and even players have to pregame or pre-grain, if you will. You were working with Quaker. Tell us about the Quaker pre-grain contest ahead of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm excited to partner with Quaker and to invite fans to share how they pre-grain before the big game for a chance to attend next year's Super Bowl in Las Vegas. So basically, fans can enter the contest by going to TikTok, following Quaker, and between today and February 12th, Super Bowl Sunday, upload their own pre-grain video sharing how they prepare with Quaker Oats using the caption hashtag Quaker pregrain #entry. So you make your video using Quaker Oats and upload it, and you get a chance to go to the Super Bowl next year.
Man, that's I'm sure you thought, like 5 years ago you'd be talking about TikTok, right? Like that's
all about.
I know that's where I was at our age. All right, Eli, I really appreciate the time, man. Look forward to watching more ManningCast. Look forward to seeing how this contest goes, and make sure people check out @Quaker on TikTok. Eli, thanks as always for the time.
All right, thanks so much. Appreciate it. That was fun.